What's going on, everyone? Just going to do another Legion boss comparison with a couple of ships. Again, we will use Sirene, and we will use uh, Phantom, and of course the Conqueror. And so a lot of players scream that the Phantom and Thor main gun, you will maximize your points with that ship combo. And of course, using the Conqueror wing gun, the shield, and the missiles. And so, me personally, I do have a full Conqueror, as you guys know. But here's the thing: I get this a lot in a lot of comments. Well, I only have a purple, or I only have this on the Thor, or only. That's okay, guys. You know what? I was doing these comparisons with basically a 5-star red against my Conqueror, which is 5-star rainbows, and the Thor main gun was getting more points. So do not discredit what you have, and that's the point of kind of showing you guys these videos. Is you guys got to go out and try it. You got to see what is working for your setup. It just takes a second to change things around. Takes a second just to go try the Legion boss once and try it with another setup. So the point of this is, don't be afraid to try something new, and that's the point of these videos. Don't worry about what your setup is. You might be surprised, and you might be missing out on major points by thinking you know better than what is being shown and what you actually have. So you might be missing out on a lot of points. So my thing to you is, try it. You have nothing to lose. Who cares? Try it. If it didn't work, then move forward. And you don't have to use a Conqueror if you're using another ship that's a little bit more powerful. I mean, just do your own tests. So I just want to make sure that that's clear. And then other thing is so when I do these videos, I do a lot of setup for Legion boss crossed over to Titan. So this always is asked a lot. Well, if I'm just doing Legion boss, do I really need the defense? And the answer is no. You don't need the defense. But if you want to spend 1,000,000 diamonds switching between your Titan setup, between your Star Scramble and Planet Wars, and between your Legion boss, more power to you. And so the really correct answer, just to make sure that this is clear, is you do not need the defense. If you don't need the defense for Legion boss, then that means you can even get a bigger score by putting it all towards your weapons. And so right here, that's exactly what I'm going to do on this one today. This is not what I would do on a Titan, but I might do the Titan video with all offense, and we'll kind of see if I lose points on that one. But just to show you guys, here it is. You can see my technology. I've got everything that I have pumped up into basically the way I would do Titan and the way I do Legion boss regardless. But here's the difference. Now we know that that Legion boss is what? It is a ground boss. So if you're going against a ground boss, guess where you're going to put your technology? Onto damage against enemies on the ground. And then, of course, it is what? A Legion boss. So I'm going to pump up the bosses, and just to show you guys, no defense. None. No defense armed with technology, just to see if we can get a really big score out of this and do some comparisons. But here's the thing, because we know that it is a ground boss. What do we have? So I have aerial, because I'm in we're all in Planet Wars right now. So right here, aerial is not going to do anything to what? A ground boss. So I'm going to remove these, and then we could put boss on that, which I might just put a couple on there. But it is a ground boss, so I'm going to put some ground gems on. And yes, guys, take the time to do this if you want to take it a little serious and you really are trying to get a higher score. And you can see those are my best grounds, okay? But it is a boss, so I am going to put some boss gems on. And the reason why I'm doing that is because look what I have. Red stars to my boss, which is going to trump anything else that I put into my ground. So it'd be kind of ridiculous for me to put some more of my ground in when I don't have a red star ground versus my boss has the reds. And I've been kind of trying to explain that to you guys a little bit better here. But this is what I'd be comfortable going to do this in. And so here's my Conqueror setup. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is, as always, we're going to just test it with the Conqueror. Let's see if these other ships can beat my 5-star fully loaded Conqueror. And again, just remember, guys, my Sirene and my Thor main gun is not all the way up to par. And so this should also show you guys that, I'm willing to do these tests. Don't worry about that. Just do the test and see if it works. And if it doesn't, then move on to something else. But I think some of you might be a little surprised on what's going to happen. So let's go over to here and let's go to the Legion boss. And again, it is a ground boss. So I will use my Conqueror first, as always, just to kind of give us the base of what we need to beat. But yeah, you guys are giving me some good questions and giving me better topics here to, hone in on. Do you need defense? If you're getting hit a lot, then I'm going to have to say yes. But if you're not getting hit a lot, then no. Because now you can maximize this a little bit by putting it where? Onto your boss and onto your ground for one, and then maximizing your weapons. And again, guys, count those missiles as they go up. That's why you want to sit back here. Again, you're always seeing me sit back, especially in the Conqueror, because of how those missiles. So count them. And the further you are up with the Conqueror, the less likely you're going to get all those missiles to come out. And I will use the transformation here. So right here, you see how the missiles came out? I am going to maximize this. See how that spread's hitting it all? But you want to come back and make sure you get your missiles into that. So I'm coming back. Do you see that? The missiles are going to launch and then I will run forward, but I'm already out of my transformation because I kind of did it a little bit wrong here, but no big deals. But right there, guys, okay, no defense. That's the technology with basically all offense. Really respectable score. I'm not going to complain about that. And so that's going to be the score to beat with the other ships. 192.1, but I've been liking to do this with the Conqueror since I already know I'm going to change over to what? I'm going to change over to basically the Thor now, main gun. So I'm always interested if that Thor main gun will give me an increase to the Conqueror because it's hitting more targets. That's why I like to do this on each one of these little tests here for everybody. Okay, so you see there, guys, I only have a rainbow Thor, and don't worry about what your stars are. Go do the test, and I think you still might be surprised on what's happening here. So that is armed, and we're in the Conqueror, and let's go try this again. Now again, everybody screams for the Thor because, on these Legion bosses, there's multiple targets. And that's why the Thor can be, main gun can be so successful, is because it's hitting all of those targets. Not that Thor main gun is that powerful, but when you add up hitting 6, 7, 8 different targets, just as an example, that's going to add up into more points. And that's kind of the whole theory onto this. And then, of course, the question's always, well, why don't you just use the Conqueror spread? Well, the Conqueror spread is way weaker also than what I call the Vulcan cannon or the straight shot for the Conqueror main gun. And so that has been proven that is a bit weaker on the spread than the actual Thor. So but right there, guys, there it is. So by adding the Thor to the Conqueror, which I don't hear too many people talk about this, I just got an increase again, and that's a 1 rainbow versus a 5-star Conqueror. So there's kind of the answer there, guys. Don't hesitate. Don't think just because I don't have this or that. Just put it on and go try it for what you have. And I am going to write down Conqueror on my sheet here. And but there you go. I mean, hey, that was pretty cool. And hopefully I can survive this one. But let's go back to your fighters, and let's give Sirene a chance here. Why not? And of course, going back to what you guys are all screaming sometimes, oh, I don't have it all. I don't have it all. You don't need it all to do these tests. You still might be surprised that these still might be more powerful than the ship that you're using, even not upgraded as much as the ship that you're using. I just proved that with the Thor main gun versus the Conqueror to the Conqueror. So kind of throw some of that out of there, guys. And just try the tests. And so right here, did you see that? I did not arm Sirene yet, so make sure that you put that on. Go back to your equipment, make sure you have everything on there, and we do have it ready. So just for the test here, let's go and see what this does. Now, everyone that uses Sirene just screams, you gotta hit it all the way to 0 for it to be even more effective. And you guys have watched some of my past videos, and I do not do it like that. I would rather to get some points than risking dying to get that 0 to go into the furious mode. So I won't do that. And using Sirene's pretty risky because, again, if you're that low and you get hit, that's pretty much game over. So I am going to take some abuse here. Just okay, there you go. I think that'll make some of the players happy that there I am. I am at 0 right there, guys. You can see Sirene is at 0, so do not get hit in this mode. Is the risk worth the reward? I guess we'll find out, because right now we should be at 50% increase with the Thor main gun by doing that. But I don't hear any of the players really talk about Sirene but on one Legion boss, and that's why I keep doing this, is why do they not use it on the other bosses here? And right here, guys, look what's happening. Look at that. So Sirene, for a fact, I mean, that's pretty dang good. A little surprising too. And again, you don't hear too many players saying, hey, use Sirene on other Legion bosses, but right there, just, you know, beat the Conqueror in 2 different tests there, and beat the Conqueror with the Thor and its main gun with 5 stars, fully upgraded. You guys are seeing it, and I don't even have Sirene fully as a ship upgraded, and I'm only using 1 star purple. So right there, guys, I mean, that's pretty crazy. And again, I don't hear other players ever say use Sirene on this one or that one. It's only generally on Chimera that I hear players say use Sirene. But That's pretty dang surprising right there. I don't know about you guys, but okay. And so the ship that everybody says that gives you the biggest point value with the Thor is basically Phantom. And so let's go ahead. That is equipped. Go over your equipment. Just make sure everything's sitting there. But this is the one that everybody screams gives you the biggest points. And so 220 is the number to beat here. Yeah, that Sirene was a little surprising there. But I did get that to 0 to, just kind of play it the way the other players insist that you have to. But right there, I guess if you get to that 0 and you're getting that 50%, you guys saw that. Pretty impressive. But here's the ship that most players recommend using on this. So let's see what happens here. You can see I've been buffing that shield too, though. And of course, when you buff that shield, you're supposed to get a increase to damage also. Well, pretty much hands down, that is why other players recommend to using Phantom. That is highly impressive. And again, guys, that's a rainbow star Thor, and yes, that is fully upgraded Phantom. But again, if you're a lower level player and even a mid player, and you're just worried about, well, I don't have it all, don't worry about that. Still try it. I think you're going to be surprised, but that's a pretty big score there, guys. That's a pretty big score. And I have one more left, and I've been throwing in, why doesn't other players use Thane or the Crow? Why aren't they using these ships? I mean, what's prohibiting everybody from really testing this? So I've been kind of throwing this into the mix here. And why not? Let's give it a try. But pretty surprising results on this one, guys. Again, I don't have any defense on my technologies either. But you can see, does it give you an increase to your score? Absolutely. By not putting that defense. Well, let's give good old Thane a try here. Just so we can say we did it. Well, definitely a cool comparison today. Even I'm a little surprised here. Sirene did a pretty good job. And then for the Conqueror fans, even me, Conqueror fans, like, what's the deal? 5-star Conqueror everything, and these little setups are beating it. What's the deal? And so that just goes to show, guys, you need to be, trying different things and different combinations and willing to try, just something new. Why not? Okay, so Thane definitely would not be, uh, you know, pretty close to the Conqueror level though. So, but Thane definitely wouldn't be this one. But that Phantom Thor main gun little combo there with the Conqueror missiles, shield, and wing gun is absolutely mean. That is a mean little combination there. And so, but again, one last time in saying it, don't hesitate to go try these guys. Don't worry about what your ship setups are. Just go try it. I mean, you have nothing to lose and possibly a lot to gain, which is a higher score. So, and then last but least, just have fun. And we do have three more of these Legion boss comparisons that I'll do for you guys, and that should be all of them. But at least we'll have a better understanding how these work, and the ship combinations, which ones are seemingly working better. But again, that can change depending on your setups and how far you are along the game, and it's just really up to you to taking these videos and trying it out yourself for what you have. But I do appreciate all the support. I do appreciate the comments and the likes, and you guys are rocking out there, and it's been really fun. And again, back to you guys. Just have fun doing this.